See it right, Black? Michael, get the straps, son. Red jacket. Can't pay. Can't pay Bobby. Bobby McFly. Nicholas Gage. Bastard Detroit. Dark we got. Yeah, that's the second time you got me like that. Oh.
Oh man, my ninjas. Fuck going on, man? How we doing? Better than last week?
Yeah, a little bit good.
Oh.
Better, but you know,
Had experience?
a little bit. Oh shit!
Now I am. Fuck. Damn.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
3 weeks, man.
Yo, that's all it takes for love.
No, it don't.
Just because you can't fall in love in 3 weeks.
You damn right.
No, I can't.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Say something else. What you gonna say?
I think that might have happened to me before, but we ain't gonna talk about it.
Oh no, definitely happened to you before.
Nah, she did some amazing shit, but
She put her leg behind her head.
nah, it wasn't that. She put that double guac out.
Wait, was it who I think it is?
Nah.
Okay.
So it was somebody else.
Oh,
Is it who I think it is?
Nah, it was somebody else.
Oh, okay. Wait, do you know who I'm thinking of?
This girl never saw the light of day.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, is it? Never mind. Never mind.
Gotcha.
Because I know you in real life, so I was gonna throw some extra shit out there, but I ain't gonna say it.
Yo, no. Yo, Hesh, how are you doing, man? How's your week been? How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
oh.
I'm all right.
Then reported everything good on the home front.
I mean, as good as it's gonna be.
Okay,
World's still on fire, but you know, I mean, today is a alright day.
It's a better day than it's been. You know, the world is on fire for a good reason.
Yeah.
Facts.
So, you know, the fires have really died down, but the protests are still going on, which is, you know, good to see. You know, they protesting all around the world, all around the country. So, you know, justice will be served. Hopefully this will lead to some type of change. If not in the world, then at least locally. So
yeah, I think it was like every state protested in like 18 different countries.
Yeah, it was all 50 states. So Alaska fucking with us.
Word.
And,
Hawaii fucking with us.
Hawaii fucking with us.
Hawaii.
Niggas did that haka dance shit. I was like,
that's
not it. That's not it.
It's definitely not.
You're right. Nah, you're right. Because they showed up. So I don't want to say
that. So it was 50 states.
That's that shit.
I don't know who the fuck is in Wyoming, Missouri, all them white states. That Montana. I don't know who was in them.
French.
Cool. But yeah, all 50 states, 18 countries. So, you know, the movement is doing something. George Floyd did some shit. But
unfortunately, it died, unfortunately.
Yeah, you know, it sucks that it takes death to change some shit. But you know, we gonna talk about it, you know, because a lot of y'all companies is full of shit. So
yeah,
we gonna talk about it.
I'll save it till we get there.
Yeah. Bob Live, man.
You
what going on with you, man? How you doing?
Nothing but chilling.
Still working, still being somewhat essential.
Yeah,
shit's opening back up, yo.
Yeah, it is.
It is definitely.
It's kind of scary because I don't know. I guess racism kills corona because niggas act like this shit is cool.
No, it just. But also, people. I see people talking about this shit, but people forget that it takes like 2 weeks before the symptoms and all the other shit.
Yeah, it's like 2 to 3.
It's only been like a week and a half. Yeah. So give it some time. It's gonna go up. Plus, before the protests, they had just started opening up more shit. So there's gonna be a bump for that. So there's gonna be a bump for just in the fact that they open up more shit, and then the protest shit's gonna be another bump.
Right.
Be patient. People will get sick, I guess, if that's what you're looking forward to.
I'm giving it like 2 more weeks before I go outside, man.
I'm giving it like another month.
You know, they said they opened the gyms here back on the 17th. They opened the nail salons, gyms, and something else.
I don't feel comfortable going back to the gym though.
No, because they said the 20th, and then they changed it to the 17th because you know shit wasn't spiking as much as they thought. So the governor said, "Hey, open this shit back up a little earlier, B."
I don't feel comfortable going to the gym though. That's like skin to skin.
I'm not going to the gym for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Nah. Straight up home workouts, push-ups,
Yeah,
and
better be at the-
dumbbells, and fucking Models open back up. That's it. I'm not going to the gym. I'm doing home workouts for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Gotta go to
Like shit, the fucking calisthenic pages on YouTube is spiking. Motherfuckers been looking at these dudes. Like, yo.
I have a jump rope, I have a mat, I have a few dumbbells, I have a floor to do push-ups. I'm good.
You don't want to like just wipe down the machine and keep it moving?
Nah, it's people breathing. It's
Yeah.
old people. It's, people that don't wipe down machines. It's a whole lot of shit. And it's like, it's too many people in and out.
Yeah, too many unknown factors.
Yeah, and then like, when niggas come to visit from other states and shit, they could be bringing that shit and they like to work out. So like, hey, come to my gym. I got a guest pass, use my guest pass. And then niggas from fucking Florida come bring the shit here to Connecticut. I'm like, nah, I'm not with it. But
So how was your week?
Week is cool. Same old shit, just working. Still being essential. Don't like it. Talk about us.
That's fuck.
I
wish I had got some of that time off though. I really.
Yeah.
Nigga, nigga, I've been praying for some time. I've been praying like, please let somebody die.
God damn.
Please.
I know. It's like, what's Death Note down for real, nigga?
Shit.
I mean, hey, it's a couple niggas I don't like that I wouldn't mind them getting sick. So.
Yeah, my nigga, you cannot say that. You cannot do this.
You right.
Do not wish death upon them.
Nah, not death, but sick. So it's like, hey, they got germs, so they might spread the germ. So we got to get away from the germ. And the germ just allows you to take 2 weeks off, and still get paid for it.
Excellent.
But everybody can't be as lucky, but I am grateful that I did have a job throughout this whole shit. Because there's some people that's still not at work.
There's some people who might not go back to work once we open up. That's the shit. Like,
what you mean they might work from home, or they just...
No? Some people just might not have jobs. Period.
Yeah.
Certain
movie theater people are fucked.
Movie theaters. I mean, I'm sure there's certain restaurants eventually, just because they've been shut down for so long, they won't be able to sustain being open.
Because talking about that. I've seen most restaurants do takeout. They didn't like the Uber Eats, the Grubhub shit. Like they signed up for that, so they were still having some type of business. But as far as much traffic as you would get if you had like an open restaurant with an indoor and outdoor, I don't think they've been seeing that much profit. But they've been getting something.
The fact that they say, I think it's 3 years before most restaurants see a profit. Most restaurants, when they open up, they're operating at a loss until about 3 years. So if you're like a new restaurant, you just open up, you might not make it through this. There's going to be people who had a job before this shit started who won't have a job after.
Yeah, that's fucked.
There's going to be a few people like that.
I mean, but well wishes to y'all. Hope everything goes.
What the fuck did you do to your mic, man?
I don't know. I'm closer to the shit.
No, that just sounds
it sounds better. Right?
That shit sounds a lot better than it was before.
Yeah.
I don't know. Good. Nigga, stop telling me that, because the more you tell me this shit sounds better, the less I'm going to go to the studio.
Nah, keep telling me that.
Like, you know what, Jay, I love you, but we might have to see you on like some No Smoke Friday shit.
Yeah. I mean, if we look again, we talked about it, but like I'll go back whenever we gotta go back, and I'm ready and willing and able. But the longer we can hold off going back, I'm not gonna hear no complaints from me.
Nah, I kind of gotta get out this room. Like my the room I'm in is too close to like people, and they be outside when it's hot.
No, yeah, you be saying wild shit.
Like I gotta like close the window, and then when you have no ventilation here, it's like I don't want to stay in this fucking room.
Dying and shit.
So I got one window open, one closed, and like I'm somewhat dying to hear. But
put an AC on, nigga.
Nah, because it's gonna interfere with the mic, and then it's gonna be like, so what you doing?
Yeah, I had to turn mine off.
Put the gain on.
Yeah, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if we can at least make it to like July, we cool.
I'm cool with July.
Yeah, July's cool. If we can at least, you know what I
mean? I haven't heard no complaints from the listeners yet. Like, yo, this shit sound horrible, but I can hold off till July.
I mean, I'm sure at this point, whoever's listening, they understand the situation that the world is in. So it's not, they probably not gonna complain too much.
Fuck.
I'm surprised ESPN is having like audio problems. Every time Stephen A talks, that shit sound crazy.
Because they recording from home. Everybody, I mean, when you record from
home,
you're susceptible to your internet just wilding out for whatever reason. Like it's there's intangible shit that you can't really
I mean, old niggas don't know how to work that technology shit.
I mean,
so you probably got plugged into the wrong port and all that.
Plus, if he home and he got kids or people, other people in the house using the internet at the same time, it could fuck up the signal and all that shit.
Yeah, that's what happened last week. That's why I dropped out. Like fucking Hulu and Disney Plus running upstairs. Like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
you got mad shit going at one time. So
because everybody's in the house now. So
yeah, word. All right. So SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio, wherever the fuck you get your podcast, we are there. 3ninjaspodcast@gmail.com for any comments, questions, or concerns. If you want your question answered in the Ask a Ninja segment, you can reach us there. That is 3ninjaspodcast@gmail.com. Also, don't forget to sign up for our newsletter. That's on our website, 3ninjaspodcast.com. We're working on some new merch. Hopefully get that out to y'all by sometime July, I want to say. One thing at a time. You know, we're working on shit. Sign up for our Patreon if you want to, I guess, support us financially. You know, this shit does take a lot of work. You know, we can buy better equipment. I mean, the more y'all give us, the more we can record from home and do more shit. So I don't know if y'all want that or not. But let's see what else. YouTube, subscribe, like the videos. We got new No Smokes out. We do have a Pokemon challenge coming up soon. We do have some slots available. I want all the smoke. I'm putting that out there. Hesh and Bobby said that they don't want legendaries or mystics.
I do not.
I want the smoke. Bring what you got.
Oh, so you fight Domino, bring what you got. When you fight me, nah.
If you fight,
relax.
When it's my turn to go, bring what you got.
And then when you whoop your ass, I won't nothing.
You could bring all you. I don't give a fuck. And then they're gonna go right back to one of y'all and play normal again. So bring your fucking, Sigelios, bring your fucking Mewtwo's, your Mews, whatever you got. Whatever you got, bring it. Bring it.
I ain't doing it.
Facts, Kellerman.
Too much to think about.
No, but I get to use the same shit.
So we can use legendary shit too?
Yeah, so it's like if y'all bring legendary, I'm bringing legendary. We're gonna have a legendary fucking brawl.
Oh, that changes things a little bit.
I'm not using normal niggas against fucking no.
That's what I thought we was. Oh, okay, that changes a little bit.
I didn't make myself clear. If you bring legendaries, I'm bringing legendaries. If you bringing mystics, I'm bringing mystics.
You gotta put a limit on it.
I'm not limiting shit. With y'all, cool. Do what you want. I'm saying bring what you got. You can have 6 fucking Mewtwo's on your team. I'm gonna beat all
I'm not doing that.
God damn. If you come with 6 fucking Mewtwo's, yo, you
Nah, you fucking disqualified them.
Yeah, for real. You
but yeah, we'll be in touch with everybody to let you know the dates and the times. But like I said, I want all the smoke.
No Jotions.
No Jotions. They got a complex now when it comes to EVs. He's like, yo, don't touch that bitch. Just don't do that shit.
Don't you do it.
Evolve that bitch at night.
For real. Bring back an Umbreon or some shit.
What else? Spotify, subscribe, like, follow, whatever the fuck. Apple Podcasts, leave us a rating and review. That does help with the algorithms. Like that gets us seen by more people. All that normal shit. Look out for the website. Like I said, we do have some new shit dropping soon. So, just be on the lookout for that. I think that's it. So, Heshington.
Yes, sir.
Monkey B. Jones.
Monkey B. Jones.
Yes.
What question do we have today?
This question comes from Mark Hackett. His question goes, what's up, my ninjas? First time, long time. Love the show, and I know a lot of people are excited for the NBA coming back. Not so much geek related, but wanted to know your top 5 players of all time. Mine are Michael Jordan, Iverson, Kidd, and LeBron. Be safe out there. So now that the NBA is coming back in July 30th, I believe, or somewhere around there. Who are your top 5 NBA players?
Let's see, top 5 best is different from my top 5 favorite.
So you can do both if you want.
What would he say? Best?
He just said top 5 per. He didn't say best or favorite. He said top 5.
Let me see.
I'm gonna do favorite. My top 5 favorite players of all time are Shaq, Iverson, Vince Carter, Kobe, and maybe LeBron.
LeBron James.
Like I like watching them. Those are my favorite players. They always gave me like a oh shit moment at some point. Jordan's in my top 10. He's not in my top 5. I was never a Bulls fan. So I never really gravitated to Jordan. I just know he's fucking amazing and awesome. But he's like the best player of all time. He's not my favorite player of all time, though.
Yeah.
If I was to put them in order, Shaq would be one, and then everybody else falls where they want. I don't fucking know. I'm a Shaq fan. Shaq is the reason why I'm a Laker fan. So that's how that goes. Kobe came along later, and Kobe was just being Kobe. Other than that, that's my top 5 favorite. Top 5 best is always up for debate. You know, that changes. Yeah. Every time somebody passes a milestone, like, oh, LeBron's agrees he got more points than such and such. Oh, Kobe got more rings than whatever, and then Jordan got more rings than such and such. But Bill, what the fuck?
Bill Russell?
Russell got more rings than all them niggas. And then you could throw Robert Horry in there. Robert Horry got more rings than like a lot of niggas.
Who was he playing against?
Who?
Bill Russell.
Bill Russell was mostly playing against like Wilt Chamberlain and a bunch of like white niggas.
Oh, okay.
So it was like when you like 6'10" black man and you just towering over niggas that play like what they like milkmen on the side and they play basketball for fun.
Milkmen.
Niggas, back in the day, like niggas had side jobs when they played in the NBA. Like this was like a hobby. like niggas was mailmen and then went to go play for the Celtics and then went back home and made like $38.
I wish you hadn't said that because people keep having that stigma against Michael Jordan for some fucking reason. I don't know.
Well, because they don't got as many championships?
Nah, because he won against milkmen.
No, Jordan shit was legit. He played against like real niggas. Like you played against like Karl Malone, John Stockton, Charles Barkley.
For some reason, they kind of factored in what was said in the past to him, and I was like, "The fuck? How did he get that stigma?" But okay, all right.
Nah. That nigga scored 100 points in a game, and I don't think it really happened because it's not recorded.
I don't really think it happened. Oh shit.
You tell me any fucking thing. That nigga hit a hook shot from half court. I wasn't there. Like everybody that was at that game is dead probably.
Yeah.
So, that shit is up for debate. Hesh don't watch basketball, so
I do not watch the foosball.
So Bobby, who's your top 5 players or top 5 favorite?
My top is these are people that I feel like changed the game as far as the position they was in. Mm-hmm. Michael Jordan definitely. Mm-hmm. Shaq. I think he's one of the most dominated centers ever.
He is the most dominant center of all time.
Yeah, in his prime, but when he got older, it was like, he got lazy.
I think, Shaq used to say he used to never work out, and niggas used to get mad at him because he was just that.
Can you imagine if he fucking worked out? That shit is cheating.
Shaq would be the best player of all time if Shaq worked out. Shaq used to say he used to get like McDonald's and like sodas and then go play again. Well, he used to get like burgers, eat them shits, go take a nap, then go warm up and then play. And then he was like, I still got 3 championships out that shit. That don't make it right, nigga.
Yeah, it don't.
I mean, it worked, but that don't make it correct. You could have been even more of a force. You couldn't have, maybe not got as many injuries. You could have been faster up and down the court. But then when that nigga got, I don't want to say he got like conceited and like big headed, but it seemed like he was like, can't nobody fuck with me. I'm 7 foot and I'm like 300 pounds of solid muscle. And can't nobody move me, can't nobody fuck me, so I can do what I want and still play the game and still put up the numbers that I'm putting up. Why do I need to work out and do this extra shit?
Yeah.
I'm gonna cheat on my wife, I'm gonna eat burgers, and I'm gonna win championships. What the fuck I need to do all this extra shit for? Nah, Shaq had the hoes, yo.
Yeah.
Shaq had the hoes.
This nigga's like 9'3".
Dog. when you that tall and that dominant, and then he was a movie star, he was a rapper.
This nigga made Steel.
Shaq, I'm never watching that shit. I seen that shit on HBO.
Steel, Kazam. That nigga did mad shit. He was in Blue Chips.
I be dipped in shit and rolling breadcrumbs, nigga.
Like Shaq in the 90s was some other shit.
For real.
He was the first I want to say crossover celeb. I want to say,
especially for
like basketball. Yeah.
Well, that's not true because I think OJ did it first.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Naked Gun
movies and shit like that. Yeah, and he's pretty good. He's pretty good in those too.
And what's his face from the Cleveland Browns?
Not LT. No. Some Brown?
The name?
No,
Jim Brown.
Jim Brown. Oh,
Jim Brown.
yeah. Damn. Yeah, what
Jim Brown.
I think Jim Brown was first.
Yeah, Jim Brown might have been the first one, but
Yeah.
Shaq. But they didn't really have personality like Shaq. Like Shaq was like lovable.
Yeah.
The niggas was just good, and they found some other opportunities.
Hell, you
Like-
say fucking Carl Weathers. He played for the Raiders. He played for the Raiders.
He really?
Yeah.
Did it?
Yeah, he played for the
Oh,
Raiders.
shit.
Never knew that.
Yeah.
Me neither.
Yeah.
And he fought some aliens and then got beat by a white nigga.
First he beat that white nigga.
Yeah.
Then he lost.
No,
Take
you
the
talking about Rocky. Yeah.
Rocky.
That Italian.
He lost.
No,
No, he won.
first-
He won the
time.
first one. No, you're
Yeah.
right. No, you're right.
yeah, first one he won, then the
He
second
won.
one he lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Then the third one he died.
He died.
No,
Yeah, no, you're right.
no.
Yeah.
Fourth one he
The
died.
fourth one died.
Oh, for
Yeah, he died.
yeah, sure, bro.
Yeah, because it was Apollo, Clever, Drago, and then Billy, and then that was that was
Yeah, now stop
And
watching.
then
Antonio Tarver.
Yeah.
nah, we don't count those.
and then
Yo,
old
he's
age.
mad out of shape.
Who?
Antonio Tarver.
Yeah, that nigga. Yo, when you don't have shit to do, why am I working out, nigga? You know what it is for a lot of these athletes and shit. They gotta stay in peak physical condition so much out their life. So when they finally get some downtime, like nigga, I'm not
They
working.
say,
I'm
fuck
getting
it,
fat.
That's crazy.
Like yo, you know how I look when I do this.
Mm.
I'm getting fat, so I'm not working out. That would what's his face? Hugh Jackman did for a little while.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I can't
the
believe it.
Wolverines.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like he wasn't working out at all. He was like, yo, I'm chilling. I gotta be in peak physical condition, eating fucking chicken breast and water all day.
Yeah, boiled chicken breast and cocaine, nigga.
Yeah, like I don't know about the cocaine, but it's like yo, I'm not doing that shit. Like when it's movie time, I get back on it. Right now, nigga, let me enjoy my Whopper.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the same thing. Fucking what's homeboy from Twilight? Robert Pattinson was saying.
Yeah,
Robert
but
Pattinson-
They're not filming. They're not filming right now. So
Yeah,
like,
but-
I'm not gonna wild out right now.
you know why I kind of hold it against him, because Zoe Kravitz is doing it. Well, but at the same time, she kind of got the cheat code because she got Jason Momoa as a stepdad. So,
Yeah,
but and she got fucking Lenny Kravitz is in great shape for some fucking reason. This nigga's like 50.
Because he never mind. I ain't gonna say no.
He's probably vegan.
no, with him you could say cocaine.
I don't know. Well, you know, I mean, so he gotta fuck all these hoes. Like, so he gotta stay in shape.
That is true.
Lenny Kravitz out here fucking hoes. I don't care what y'all say.
Yeah,
You
he
stay
is, he
young.
is.
American woman, come take this dick. And that's what he said.
American woman.
But
Okay, with you.
but Allen Iverson for his crossover. I feel like mad motherfuckers had to get handles after that.
Nah,
but
that's actually a fact, I believe.
That nigga Nah, they had crossovers before.
Yeah,
that
but
nigga-
his shit
he
was like,
he made
oh,
like
it wasn't
okay,
as
right.
deadly. Nah, it's about like the smoothness of the crossover and who
Yeah.
you do it on.
True.
Like that nigga crossed up Jordan.
yeah.
Like Tim Hardaway crossed up who? Like fucking Chris Mullin or something? Like fucking Detlef Shrimp.
What is this?
Like, fucking Tim Hardaway crossover. You ain't crossed over nobody cool. That nigga he was like a rookie or like his second year and crossed up Jordan.
Yeah.
Like he didn't even have braids off the fucking like the low cut, the high top fade joint.
Yeah.
He crossed them up and then scored on them.
Yeah.
Like, yo, who the fuck is this little nigga?
All right. LeBron James, as far as like a physical specimen, I feel like basketball players are evolving because of this nigga. They're all gonna look like him in the next like 10 years.
No, you can try, but that nigga hit the genetic lot. Yo,
No, I'm
LeBron
serious.
had a Sasquatch.
Fact.
Yeah, but like to be that tall and to be that athletic, I feel like in 10 years that you're gonna see a lot of motherfuckers like that.
That nigga dad is Sasquatch. He hit the genetic lottery. The only way you can look like that is if your dad is from Southern Sri Lanka.
I'm telling you, you see Zion. That motherfucker-
Zion's an old country fucking corn-fed nigga. I'm just
I'm telling you,
your dad gotta be from Southern Sri Lanka for you to be that fucking big.
Yo, I'm telling you, next 10 years you're gonna see a lot of fucking NBA players looking like fucking LeBron.
I mean, unless LeBron go out
It's
and
gonna be
sow his
normal.
seeds up.
It's gonna be normal.
I
Yo, all this
mean,
fucking steroid food and shit.
nah,
Motherfucker
but
look
fucking
crazy.
Zion's a fucking freak though. Like that nigga's like he's too big to be jumping that high. Like he's as big as Shaq
Yeah.
as far as like weight wise. He can jump damn near like LeBron.
Hell, I feel like you remember back in the 90s where all these the basketball players, they were like tall and lanky and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like imagine if they had the food we had, like all the shit they put in it, like building their muscle up. They look like LeBron.
It's all about wanting to do that too, because they've been saying that shit for a while about Kevin Durant, and he just won't put on muscle. It was like, yo, if you actually put on some muscle and like you already tall, you already got the skills. If you put on some muscle, nigga, you be dangerous. He's like, nah, I'm good. And then here come fucking Giannis. He was like tall and lanky, and then he started putting on muscle. Now this nigga getting better and better. He's starting to post niggas up and do all this wild shit. Yeah, but, if you comfortable like that and you don't want to work out like that, then I can't force a nigga. You can't force a millionaire to do what the fuck you want him to do. You just suggest and be like, hey, you can elevate your game here if you do this. He's like, nah, I think I'm good where I'm at. Okay, cool, millionaire. Do what you want to do.
Yeah. And let me see. The last one is Steph Curry.
Yeah, Steph Curry some other shit.
Yeah, pulling up from the fucking logo, nigga. Like
you pulling up from like the locker room, nigga.
Yo, the nuts on that nigga to be like, yo, I'm gonna launch this shit from anywhere in the court. Is it gonna go in?
Yeah.
Right. And then it's like it got to the point with Steph Curry where it's like you're surprised that he misses.
Yeah.
Like the shot don't go on, you like, oh damn, what's wrong, Steph?
Oh, you sick?
What's wrong, man? You didn't get enough sleep. What up?
Yeah. How you missing that?
My top five is usually anything that anybody who changes the game, and that goes for like anything. I be looking at that shit when with MMA, fucking video games, just anything.
I mean, Vince Carter changed that shit for me. He changed dunking for me. He started any and everybody. When that nigga did the dunk contest, it was like, yo, this is the best dunker ever. And then when he jumped over that 7-foot nigga, I said, oh, this nigga's different. This nigga grew hair and then jumped over a 7-foot nigga. I was like, nah, nigga, keep the hair.
Is there somebody in the NBA with hops like him?
Hops like him? Yeah.
That's done it like him?
But the hops and athleticism? Nah. I mean, we speculated that with LeBron, but he ain't really shown us shit in the fucking dunk contest. Like he jumped over like 6-foot niggas, 6'5", something like that. Vince Carter jumped over a 7-foot nigga in the Olympics.
Yeah.
On a world stage.
He make it look good. We
can't even get LeBron to do a fucking NBA United States dunk contest. This nigga jumped over somebody in another country. Yeah. And then they tried to draft that nigga that he jumped over, and it just didn't pan out. It was like, yo.
For what? You got disrespected.
Dog, when somebody put their nuts on the back of your neck, you gotta like.
Yeah, it's over after that.
Like nigga, how am I gonna give you a good contract when my man put his nuts on your neck?
Yeah.
Like you can't live that down.
Yeah, he just went balls deep. What the fuck you talking about?
Balls doing here. That nigga hit the spongy spot. And then yelled at him. That nigga dunked on him, yelled at him, and then stared him down as he came. How you gonna walk away with some shit you say?
Right. Oh, I gotta put that on Patreon. Oh man.
Monkey D. Hesh, come back. Oh, there you go. Oh man. But yeah, man.
That will be on Patreon.
Let's go ahead and get to the motherfucking topics, man. We're on topics. Okay, topics. So NBA is back, like we was talking about. NBA is set to come back, I think, July 31st, and 22 teams are going to be playing in Disney World in Orlando.
Yeah.
And they're going to figure out something there. I guess they're going to play like 8 games back and forth, and this is supposed to be like the end of the regular season. Then they're going to decide like playoff spots, and then they're going to play everything there, which is kind of dumb.
Whatever.
I think at this point you just cancel the season. Like it's like, yo, it's a total loss. Now you're trying to come up with. I mean, as much as we do want sports back on TV, we do want something to fucking, entertain us. I don't want to see. I don't think I want to see basketball without a crowd. I don't think like everybody in one fucking spot. Like something's bound to happen. That's something bad. I don't know. I just don't want it. It seems like they're forcing it now.
I mean, I think the UFC is like the front runner for this shit because they still be having events.
That nigga bought an island.
Yeah, he's Shang Tsung.
Yeah,
that nigga Shang Tsung.
Yeah, well, I guess. Well, what the NBA weren't they like close to the end of the season anyway before it shit shut down?
They're very close. It shut down like February. March, February.
March.
They're close.
Yeah, so they was heading into playoff season. They had like a few more games before the playoffs started.
So I mean, they're like, let's just finish it out. I mean, at this point,
like right now, it would be like the Western Conference Finals and the Eastern Conference Finals, damn near the championship games. So, I mean,
no, that should be over by now, right?
Nah, it's not over by now. It's like just starting, and then like the championships would start in like another week or two, and then like it doesn't go past July. So May, June is usually the end of the basketball season. But now you're talking about extending this shit to July, from July to what, like December or something like that, something crazy.
No, it can't be that long.
I saw some shit where it said December.
No, I mean was
it December or October?
Because when they normally come back in October, right?
Yeah, so they can't. So they can't come back that quick.
Yeah, so maybe they'll come back in December. Maybe that's what they're saying.
But unless you count the break that they just had as that was y'all summer break, y'all had 2-3 months off. Now y'all can come back in October and do preseason, and we can get on with the regular shit. Unless they do that, they're not gonna come right back in October like they usually do. They might start the season in like November, December, or some shit like that.
That's what I would think.
Like their whole schedule was fucked up.
Facts. But I mean, I guess at this point, they're like, the season was going and it was pretty much done. So they're like, we got to do something to put a cap on the season so people can be like, okay, this season, these people won or whatever. Like, this is the standings or whatever the fuck. So I guess I can't knock them for doing it. And, they're going to try to do safe. That's why everybody's going to go to Orlando, or I think Eastern Conference is Orlando. Yeah. And I think they're looking at Nevada for the Western Conference shit.
I'm a basketball player. I'm not going to Vegas.
Well, you can't go. You can't watch a game, nigga. Oh, you player?
Hey, I'm cool. I'm not going to Vegas.
Why not?
Because Vegas is open right now. There's niggas from all over the country. This virus has not. This shit ain't done yet. But this niggas from all over the country going to Vegas still. So you telling me Vegas is not going to become like a hotbed for this virus and niggas traveling every which way and bringing the shit wherever the fuck they want? I don't feel comfortable with the best medical staff in the world. I don't feel comfortable doing that shit. All the money in the world don't protect you from viruses or like guarantee a cure. So I'm not going.
True. That's very true.
So I'd rather we just stay in Orlando. Like, hey, let's just do the whole shit here. If we got the teams that we need here, we got all the staff here that we need. Let's finish this shit out, and then we'll worry about next season. We'll hopefully figure something out where we'll start on time. We'll start a little bit later, and then we'll get a whole 82 game season. I'm not comfortable with traveling across. Nah, I'm not going to fucking Vegas.
Who you think's gonna win?
Who I think? I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I don't know neither.
Because everyone's had that break, and your body's recouped. If you had an injury, a minor injury, or even like a major injury, like you had time to rehab and come back and strengthen. I really don't know.
There's no home team advantage anymore.
That too. There's no home team advantage. So if you're playing it in Orlando and Orlando ain't even in the fucking running, it's like, who else do you have? So it's like, I really don't know. I want to say the Lakers, but
I see a lot of people saying Lakers just because.
I'm saying Lakers because of bias. Like I don't know who's gonna come up with what and who's gonna do what with fucking 3 months of rest. I don't know.
It's gonna be the Knicks.
Nah, the Knicks ain't even playing. I don't think the Knicks are going to play, even if they had the option to play because of what James Dolan said.
What did he say? I saw that he said something wild, but I don't know exactly what he said.
So. I don't know exactly what he said either, but I know it was in regards to Black Lives Matter or something like that. But it was something contradictory to like the whole movement. And it's like, you got a team full of black players and you're going to say some dumb shit like that?
Because he don't give a fuck about them.
No. Most of these white people don't give a fuck. Well, you know what? We'll talk about it.
Exactly.
But, the NBA season, if it comes back, cool. I do want to see some basketball. If it don't, I've gone this long. I think I'll be okay until shit gets right. I don't want to put nobody in danger.
Think the Clippers going to take it?
Huh?
You think the Clippers going to take it?
I mean, they got a chance. Not gonna lie.
Because Alex been
my boy Alex
the Clippers hard on the Clippers. He's like, yo.
I mean, they do have a chance. I ain't gonna lie. The Clippers looking good. The Lakers looking good. Milwaukee, but this is before the quarantine. I don't know how everybody looking now. Mm-hmm. Milwaukee was looking good. The Raptors was looking okay. There was a couple other teams that was looking okay, but I don't know. We
got rid of Sterling.
I just want to see basketball.
I feel you.
Jordan Doc is over. I just want to see some basketball.
Facts.
Let's see. God damn, where'd you go? AMC theaters are doubtful they will stay in business after shutdowns.
We were just talking about that. Not everything's gonna be. Not everybody's gonna have a job. Some of these businesses are gonna go under.
But in 2020, do we really need? So this is bad for AMC, obviously. But do we need theaters when it's starting to be proven that you can stream your movies and still make a profit?
Yeah. So need is one thing. Do I want? Yeah, I like the theater experience. I grew up on that. Like I did that. Like I used to work in a movie theater, so I enjoy going to the movie theaters and the seeing everything on the big screen. That is a different. Oh, because I like being around people. And yeah. But like you don't have to talk to people in the movie theater because it's dark. You're not actually.
Just be in the dark corner just watching the movie.
Yeah, you just dark and you just mind your own business. So like I like the experience. It's just it is super expensive.
Yeah, that's another thing.
That's what's I think part of the downfall of it. And yes, it's been easier to illegally or legally get movies on demand and stream them in your house, and there's a convenience factor there that I also enjoy. But I do like the experience of going to the theater, so I do think it's unfortunate. Do we need it? No.
Why is your voice getting deeper? Is it me? Or is your voice getting deeper? What the fuck?
I don't know. I when I said that shit like 2 episodes ago, you was like, no, that's just how you live. Now, no, I don't hear it.
Maybe you just hit puberty. I don't know.
In that late life puberty, nigga.
Yeah.
So I hear Barry White.
It does sound like that. You'll hear it.
Yeah, when I play it back, I said that shit like 2 episodes ago. Oh no, you just said that's your voice. I'm like, no, nigga, it sounds way deeper than normal.
I don't know.
I tried to say something like 2 episodes ago. I was like, nah, fuck it.
Because I'm a man. And that's what men do.
My voice get deep.
My voice get deep.
But anyway, yeah, my point being is I like the experience, but do we need it? No. Will I be sad if it goes? Yeah, kind
of. I'll be sad if it goes. I do like the experience of going to the movies. It's like a, like any other thing that you do. Like I like it for going with my kids. It's the experience of, getting a ticket, getting the popcorn, just being out the house and watching a movie, enjoying like the theater, the atmosphere and stuff like that. But if I can have somewhat that same experience on my couch where I could buy snacks for cheaper, the soda's already in my fridge. We can buy slushies, we can make slushies. I don't know. It's damned if you do, damned if you don't. Am I gonna miss it? Yes. Am I gonna miss it in the long term? Maybe not. I don't know. But I would like to be able to go to a theater every now and then. I don't necessarily need it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, I think they're gonna try to turn it into like at least before the pandemic. This is what I thought the movie, because I knew movie theaters were having a decline. I thought they were gonna go more like a Broadway type of thing. Like, people go to Broadway, but that's like a thing. So you spend a little bit more. That's why they're doing all this luxury shit. Now it's you get to fucking recline. They bring you your food. Or I thought it was gonna end up being like more of a luxury thing. I thought that was the future they're gonna go. But now with the pandemic shit, I might shut that all down.
You think they're gonna give you some type of incentive to go to the movies now? That was like, oh, you get, maybe you can do like an all-day pass or some shit. I don't know.
They can't give you shit. Really. I guess that's the thing. But even in that, they're losing money, right? I guess unless they up the price.
It's either losing money or niggas not going, or losing money that we make some shit cheaper. So it's like, what do you do? I still want niggas to come to the theater. I got to give them something.
And you need a blockbuster.
Yeah.
That's what it was leaning towards. Like,
and you got to make it safe. It's not even the fact of coming to the theater because it's open or because we got too comfortable. It's about making it safe now too.
Yeah, true. So,
who knows?
And this is AMC, right?
Yeah.
Didn't AMC just ban Universal's movies?
When it was beefing,
that's karma like a motherfucker.
Well, they were beefing because if you sell your movies at home before our contract is up, people don't have the incentive to actually go to the theater, and they're losing out people coming to the theater.
They don't know what's going to open.
Huh?
They don't know what's going to open.
I'm not disagreeing with that, and I understand why Universal's like, hey, we got this theater, fucking just show this movie at home, but you gotta understand the beef from AMC too, where it's like,
yeah, definitely.
Why would people come here if they could just watch it at home first?
I mean,
it's different if like movie theater first and then eventually comes home, then fine. At least if he comes here, we have a chance to get our customers to come through and make money. But if it just goes straight day and date, the fuck we gonna do?
I don't know. You gotta try to find something and adapt. You gotta do something at this point.
Shut down. That's what they gonna do.
I mean, if we lose AMC theaters, how many theaters do we actually lose? Because they do have some subsidiaries under them. So what else do we lose?
Yeah,
I don't know. They got. I mean, AMC is a big theater, so I mean, if we lose AMC as a whole, that's a lot of theaters.
That's a lot of theaters. So we just got a bunch of big ass buildings with nothing to do.
Yeah.
So
Blazers had.
Let's see. Cinemark theaters will not require you to wear a mask when they open.
Yeah, fuck that. I ain't going there.
Yeah. Yeah, unless they're doing not full capacity, unless they're gonna like mandatory like
and then
only sell 50%, so that way people aren't sitting right on top of each other. But you can't
do that. Like say,
they know how many seats are in the theater.
That's still a loss.
Yeah, they do. But say if you get like a big blockbuster release coming soon, you can't say the theater is 50% capacity and not put up more times.
They can't. Well,
because like if like Fast come out and then everybody wants to go see it on a weekend or like it comes out during like a holiday season or whatever, and then you say you don't need a mask to come in, but we only doing 50% capacity. So you telling me they gotta either rent out more theaters to show more times, which pushes other movies, or you just take a loss there and just have like you get it where you can. If you didn't see it, then you
Also, I feel like they're saying that, but I don't think people are rushing back to theaters either.
Yeah, and I think
it might work out if they do 50% and then no mask, I guess. But it is a little dangerous, but I understand it.
Yeah, but also the mask shit is inconvenient too when you go to a theaters and you get refreshments and shit.
Yeah,
so it's like you gotta take your mask off every time you want to take a sip of something. Every time you want to eat some popcorn or like some fucking juju mints or something. It's just like I'm not doing that shit every time, so I'm gonna take this mask off. And if I cough, theater just got it. So whatever. Let's see. Law and Order writer fired after threatening to shoot curfew breakers.
Good.
You taking this Law and Order shit too far, nigga. This nigga tried to make it a real Law and Order episode. Maybe they're never doing.
And you know what's funny? They might write about it.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah, like that might be a fucking like an episode.
Yeah, whatever. It is.
So I'm thinking that. Okay, so he was fired. So maybe they'll take that, because Law and Order they usually take real life events and then they make them episodes. So.
Yeah, like the Chris Brown episode.
They got mad shit. They got like fucking sex trafficking episodes about real life shit.
Yeah, the Jeffrey did they do the Epstein episode? I think they did.
I don't know.
I watched in a while, but I'm sure they have some type of analogy to that. Yeah. Or if they're not, when they come back. Is it a fairly recent thing? So maybe the corona fucked that up, but when they come back,
they're like the South Park of law movie. They're like the South Park of law series.
I feel like there's some hidden racism in here somewhere. Because saying I'm gonna shoot curfew breakers when it's a lot of black
that's not hidden.
Protesting.
That's blatant. He's like, I'm shooting curfew breakers. I'm shooting Negroes.
No, but to disguise it as curfew breakers, it gives me an excuse to shoot niggas.
Yeah. Yes.
Right. Okay, cool. Absolutely. Glad you got fired, bitch.
You're being racist.
Racist.
Let's see. Cops Live PD TV show has been pulled amid Black Lives Matter protests. Okay, cool.
I understand that.
Yeah.
They don't want to show. They don't want to give any more fuel to the fire, I suppose. Right? They don't want to film that.
The news is Live PD right now. All they doing is shooting these rubber bullets and tear gas and shit.
That too, but like I understand them not wanting to show that at the moment. I don't know if it's disingenuous or not, but I understand.
So what they had? A whole bunch of footage of the riots?
I mean, eventually I'm sure some of that would have fucking...
they did have that.
Well, they're fucking filming every... I mean, the riots are happening in every state, so I'm sure one of the states that they have one of the filming...
Like, TV crew, let's go here.
Yeah, I'm sure one of the states... One of them shows would have been in one of them states, but also it's like maybe they just don't want to show the extra violence. Yeah, I guess they don't want to show the violence of it. I guess if there's if any of that stuff happens, the fires and the flames and the uprising, they don't want to like give more fuel for that fire.
And they'll be all right. They'll find something else to do. Let's see. Disney urged to sue police after co-opting the Punisher logo. This is why we need to change our logo.
Yeah, so we don't get sued by Disney. Whoever owns Three
Who the
Ninjas.
fuck on that shit? But it was like, y'all niggas co-opted this shit and made it 3 black guys talking shit.
Yeah. The Three Negroes podcast.
Oh man, it'll be easy.
Sorry.
Like you see, Hesh got it right there. All you gotta do is we see that light spot, just make it black. Domino's thing where you see that darker blue, just make it black. My shit,
it's not. I mean, the logo.
But you know, white people and technicalities, and we don't know the law. And shit like
Mr.
that.
Wobble can do it. We
I
can
don't
do
know.
it.
Mr. Wobble isn't like international name. He isn't on TV every
we
day.
not either.
Yeah,
but
we not
still,
either.
when it eventually happens, it'd be like, I remember that movie.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't know. Again,
that ain't him.
So if any of y'all niggas is like lawyers or no or whatever or no patent
What happened
laws,
to Tum
I don't. He's seen some shit.
Boy's deep as shit.
Yeah. I don't know if like using the Three Ninjas thing is like, even if we throw podcasts at the end of it, can we keep using it?
I think we can
even
use
if we just change the masks.
I think more than anything, it's the masks.
You think the mask more than the Three
Ninjas? Yeah, I think the number 3 and the word ninjas isn't, just solely on y'all can just take a fucking word and a number and own it when they're together. But it's just like it's the 3 ninjas with the mask. It was
with
like
the mask,
it's the same thing as
this shit. Let me see.
But I like our logo.
I do too. I like the logo. I like the name. I like the name of the podcast. I don't want to change it if we don't have to.
It's that type of thing. Like we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
But that's the other thing. I don't want to change it if we don't have to, but I would rather change it now than have to like be like legally forced to by gunpoint. Like if you niggas don't change this, we're taking all your.
It really don't fucking matter because you could change the name. That don't change us.
No, I know. Again, I know, but I'd rather do it before it's like a legal imperative where like, hey, we're getting sued. We have to change this or pay like $500,000 and we don't have $500,000.
We seriously have to look into that then, I guess. But as far as Disney suing cops, you would have to sue how many fucking
I don't know, can they even really sue the cops, right? Can they sue them really? I guess they'll sue the department they're a part of, I guess.
I mean, with Disney, I'm not putting anything past them. So it's like I think they can.
Yeah, I guess they can, but should they?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a bad look.
I mean, so if Disney put out a statement saying that we stand for Black Lives Matter, and all that bullshit, so now you're co-opting our logo to incite violence on peaceful protesters, or just protesters in general, or you're using our shield you're using our logo as a sign of like what's the word I'm looking for? Like power, like dominance, like it's like. They could easily co-opt that shit and make it like the swastika, where it's like that didn't mean that at first, and then once you see that shit, that means oh shit, them boys is here.
I guess
I would say nip that in the bud soon instead of letting it get too far, because we don't know where these protests and where these riots are going, what the cops may do next. So,
but you could be pro Black Lives Matter but not anti-cop too.
Yeah, but just don't. But use another logo.
Yeah.
I don't disagree.
Why does it have to be mine? Use a fucking Pokeball. I don't know.
and then the Japanese niggas be like, "Yo, what the fuck?
I'm gonna catch all you niggers." I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know why I said Pokeball. It's because the shit right in front of me. I don't know.
I catch all you niggas.
Gotta catch them all.
Gotta lynch them all.
Damn.
See? Every episode is one.
Not every episode, but most of them.
I know, it's pretty much every.
I swear there's been some episodes.
Bitch.
I'm sure there's been some episodes where I have not said nothing that was wild. A handful. I'm not saying a lot. I'm talking like maybe one or two, but I'm sure there's some where I was like,
I disagree. Out of 93, I'm pretty sure you might have skated by in like maybe 2 of the 93, but 91 for sure.
That's all it take. Hey, that's all it take. 2, right. Then it's not all. 2 ain't all.
But stop using that. Stop using that logo.
That's what I be saying when they fuck. Never mind.
Yeah, you can relax, yo.
I relaxed.
Let's see. Netflix's Cowboy Bebop to change Faye's costume. Why?
Because it's like
Scantily
wild.
clad.
Yeah.
I noticed they did that for Shiva on Mortal Kombat.
they like.
Oh, she ain't got the
changed
thorn
it
on
up,
her ass crack?
Yeah, she ain't got the spaghetti straps with the fucking
Yeah, the
pussy
yeeks.
covering. It's like a whole armor. Dog,
Yo,
that
she
shit
give
was-
you that forehand.
the forehand guac.
Yo.
Keep it a buck. I don't need 4 hands, maybe like 2. Just I don't
Nah,
need 4.
she could double handed and jiggle the balls too.
Oh, she can do mad shit.
Shout out to Manscaped, nigga.
Yo, a bitch with 4 hands, yo. I'm scared. And she's strong. I feel like she's gonna grab my ass or something. Come here, boy.
Not to be racist though, and she look like a black woman. So yeah.
See,
that wasn't me. I didn't say nothing.
What?
I don't even know what that meant. She a dragon.
Yeah, but to unleash that shit too.
Edit. God damn it, edit.
Yeah. That shit make me think of Total Recall. Fuck. The bitch with the 3 titties. Fuck that. I got 4 hands. I can use all of them.
She gonna pick
I don't know why black women got that shot just now.
What? That's not a shot. That's a compliment.
The dragon.
With the Jill Scott shit.
Oh.
What?
I knew that. Nah.
Shit.
Nah, we definitely
Not the Jill Scott.
But they changed the face costume. Don't know why. It's been rocking on anime for so long. But cool. If that's what y'all want to do.
Well, I mean, Cowboy Bebop is what, like 20 years old or some shit like that? At this point, something like that. I mean, they never redesigned the character. They only had the TV show, and I think they had like 1 movie, and that's it. So gotta go with the times, like less scantily clad, I suppose.
It's always been a cool thing, but why? Okay, cool. Live action movie. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, plus it's like it's a real human being. She ain't even walk around with fucking in a G-string. I mean, that's what Faye's wearing, but you know what I mean.
Fine. Okay.
Fucking booty shorts and a fucking.
Let's see. Cowboy Bebop writer throws shade at Ghost in the Shell for whitewashing.
Yeah, good. Scarlett Johansson was supposed to be Japanese or some shit.
Okay,
in our movie.
But I don't know.
They're like, we're gonna make it more accurate to the depiction of the original thing. We'll do it with John Cho. We'll do it with actual Asian people. That's what you're saying. Like,
I mean,
but you want them to have white people in it?
No, I'm not. I'm mad at the choice that they made for the main character. But
why are you mad at John Cho?
No, huh?
Why are you mad at John Cho for? He's Asian as hell, literally.
You know, this couldn't have come at a better time though, because wasn't that shit put off for like 9 months?
He Ruby Rosed it. I think he fucked his back up. He fucked something up, like
his ankle or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, he did some
wild shit.
Like, put it off.
What the fuck happened?
I forgot. It was a stunt accident going bad.
Yeah, but we hate whitewashing, so fuck it.
So you damned if you do, damned if you don't. So I'm fucking with it. Like, let them talk their shit.
They deliberately changed the name and the face.
Right.
So yeah, I understand what he's saying.
Whatever. Let's see. Looney Tunes HBO Max series bans Elmer Fudd shotgun.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Pussy.
Oh, that's stupid. I ain't know about that.
It's the new one. The new one they made specifically.
The newest ones that they're doing.
Yeah, they put it. Instead of that, he put a cleaver in his hand or some shit. Like that makes any difference. It's more violent to stab a motherfucker than shoot a motherfucker. But all right.
So does Yosemite Sam not have his revolvers no more?
That's what I'm saying. That's stupid.
Because a bullet is a bullet.
Yeah.
But I guess Elmer Fudd was actually like clapping niggas in the face. I don't think
hunting rabbits.
It's duck season, nigga.
Rabbit season. He was
duck season.
But he was hunting animals, and that's the whole premise of. See, when you take away the main, I guess, problem between two characters, that kind of it's not the same anymore. Now you have to think of like a new story, like okay. So what is a hunter doing with a cleaver?
He's gonna catch the rabbit with his bare hands and chop his head off, and then drink blood for sustenance.
Have you ever tried to catch a rabbit? Have you seen a rabbit run?
Run, rabbit, run. You could set traps.
This is what you do with animals that you hunt. You shoot them.
I know.
So you can catch them, and then that cleaver process might come into play.
Still got to chop his head off.
Yeah, no, but that's not the. You don't kill it initially with the cleaver. So
he gonna Kratos that nigga.
I mean, if you do, that'd be some ill shit.
You just throw that shit and come right back, and he'd be like, "Yeah."
But this is Looney Tunes. I don't expect that to happen.
Yeah, me neither. I do think it's stupid that they got rid of it.
Well, what's the point of taking away HBO? HB-fucking-O.
Since when was HBO kid friendly?
Since when was HBO this pussy? Y'all shown rape. Y'all shown incest. Y'all shown murder. Y'all shown drug use. Y'all shown prostitution. But y'all stop at Elmer Fudd gun.
DJ Hookers?
But I guess
y'all have shown hookers at Hunts Point.
Hookers at Hunts Point.
That show was lit. They need to bring that back.
Hookers at Hunts Point.
Dumb lit.
Oh wait, that's the real hookers?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that shit.
They had taxi cab confessions.
Oh,
they had real sex.
Real sex? Oh, real sex.
Man, I bet it was, you nasty bitch.
Yeah, it was. Staying up late. Mm-hmm.
Nah, but
that's
great. I don't see that's the I don't like.
Yeah, but notice how they don't have real sex up there no more. They got rid of that shit.
Nah, but I don't like when your morale comes into play at the wrong time.
Or it evolves.
But dog, okay, so
evolution.
You can watch the reruns of Looney Tunes now, and they haven't blurred out the shotgun. People still get shot. Daffy Duck Beak still threw a 360 around his head, shot, shit like that. Disney Plus literally just put out a revolutionary short called Out, where they show a openly gay couple. So you're telling me they're banning a gun from an app which has everything I just named on it. You have Game of Thrones, The Wire, Boardwalk Empire, Sopranos, but you want to ban a cartoon because Elmer Fudd has a gun and is chasing. He don't even shoot the gun.
Yeah, he got a
episode. It ain't like he letting off. He just see the rabbit, wow, rabbit, wow. It ain't like he just letting off rounds just because he got it.
Yeah,
HBO. Pussy.
I mean, shit, they got Joker up there.
True.
They show
clap the shit out of somebody.
True.
It's not an HBO show unless they show nudity. Y'all show nudity a mile a minute.
Yeah, but that's not for kids either. So maybe that's the difference. Looney Tunes is for kids. So it's like, hey, for the kids, we're not gonna do violence. This is
it don't correlate with me.
Look, I don't disagree.
It's HBO Max. So you're telling me you potentially have the Boondocks coming to HBO Max, but you're gonna blur out you're gonna take out his shotgun?
That's what kind of like. That's what kind of got.
So what is the Boondocks going to be?
Yeah,
that's a good question. Well, so Boondocks ain't for kids either, though.
It's a cartoon.
I mean, just because cartoon doesn't mean it's for kids. It's just animated.
But people don't correlate adult cartoons with they can't differentiate cartoons from adult cartoons half the time. They just see some animated drawing shit. It's a cartoon. You can watch it.
Yeah, because honestly, like Looney Tunes, they have a lot of adult jokes.
A lot of them.
Like they had
What's
one
when dresses in drag.
Yeah, they had one with Foghorn Leghorn. He was saying one of the dudes was suspectedly gay. He was like, "Yo, you don't know how to play." What the fuck did he say? Something like, "You don't know how to play baseball?" Like he's a little like something like that.
He can't play baseball.
Yeah, he can't play baseball, so he's a little like.
Nah, honestly, Foghorn Leghorns are like a redneck from the country. So,
yeah.
so he one of them. Boy, a little off his rock, I see.
But you know what's funny? I went up there. They took a lot of them episodes off. A lot of Looney Tunes episodes. So I was like, what's these fucking episodes that they seen? It was like, oh, no, we can't put that up there.
If you ain't gonna show the real, I'm not saying it has to be Ren and Stimpy remake crazy.
Yeah. Oh, no. I'm not saying it has to be
that.
Now they went overboard.
You're the catcher.
Come,
yo, that motherfucker came back and said, "Fuck it."
That shit fucked me up. I ain't gonna lie.
He said, "Fuck it."
But still, the whole gun thing is like, come on, dog. Like the gun.
Oh no.
It's like, come on, man. Y'all at HBO. Now y'all got a moral high ground when it comes to, we got a cartoon.
Well, they evolving, nigga. Let them grow. Let them grow. Let them become better people.
No, there's no such thing as evolving on HBO. You know the same shit. We've been the same, my nigga. Since we was young, we knew HBO is where you go for the shit. If you want to see somebody get stabbed, shot, hookers, titties, that's where we go. Now you can't show gun because it's 2020 and some kids might, I'm gonna go shoot up my school now.
That's like, you remember that porn that used to come on where they never show the insert? They just show it from behind, just humping. It was like, yo, show that shit. Yo, they got Insecure up there. They got Insecure up there. Lawrence had the dick in going in.
Show that shit. Well, because that's not real porn. That is a TV show.
I'm just saying, you have that up there. You have that up there.
But that's not the actual porn. Listen, I know what you're saying. I'm just saying in terms of that is not an actual porn. That is just a TV show where they showed simulated sex. But yes, that's softcore porn. That's the Showtime Skinemax bullshit where they like have the sex but don't actually show the sex really.
Yeah, motherfuckers be having socks on and shit.
Right. You gotta keep your socks on.
Now Lawrence was in there.
No, he was. I believe that.
Heard that shit clapping. His balls was clapping, nigga.
I saw that shit. I was like, hold up, I'm getting a tingle. I don't know about this. This shit crazy.
It's too close to her. Hold on.
Yeah.
That thing was moving. I was like,
and she was thick. Fuck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Tearing that shit up.
I miss her. Where'd she go?
She got pregnant.
She got a baby now.
Yeah, she got pregnant. It's funny because one of her fans hit her up. He's like, why would you do that to yourself? You're so beautiful.
Get pregnant? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Why would you have a life?
Hey, shit. She
why would
had
you do some
something
shit to further your career?
I mean, she was in there.
Well, you find joy in your life. Have a kid and have a life. How dare you?
Let's see. Jordan Peele says he'll hire John Boyega amid his protest speech.
Good. Yeah, he's going
as it should, because do you really think that John Boyega is going to lose some opportunities because of this?
Yes.
Depending. Yeah.
Possible. Because I guess he was at a Black Lives Matter protest in London, and he's saying I might not even be able to get jobs after this, but I don't care. This is more important than that.
I don't put none past
nobody. And then a lot of black creators were like, I'll hire you, no problem.
I think that's because of back in the day standards. I don't think that applies now.
I think it does.
But we thought the war was moving forward, but apparently not. They just killing him.
You think I think they secretly blackballed his ass if they wanted to.
They could.
I mean, we knew racism didn't go nowhere.
Yeah, so exactly. The racism actually didn't go anywhere, and it's still run by all white people. So he's saying, I'm standing up for black people loudly.
Yeah, and people just think just because you're standing up for the Black Lives Matter movement, you're against police. Shit, a nigga called me racist. Fuck you, call me racist.
But that's not the case. Yeah. You can be pro-black. You can be pro-black, but not anti-cop. And people gotta learn to recognize the difference of that.
Okay, so with all these companies putting out statements and donating money, is that really in their best interest to not hire John Boyega for shit? Because if Hollywood opens back up and John Boyega doesn't get a job in, I say, a year and a half, we can say, they made the call and they blackballed him.
I mean, best interest, they could just not do it and we wouldn't know.
Yeah.
No one would really know.
I mean, I don't think that's in company's best interest.
Or they can give him like a few roles and just silently just wean him out of there. It's always a way to do it.
What he gets. I mean,
to do it.
If you saw all the bullshit he got just for being a black stormtrooper, imagine that, then add on to the fact that he's standing up for black issues. It's like, maybe people won't want to hire him.
They don't like black people in Star Wars, period. So
they love Lando.
Yeah, because
they love Lando because it was
insignificant role.
But then
a very small role.
I mean, okay, so count how many colored people are in Star Wars.
Yeah,
Lando.
Okay, we have Lando. We have Lando. We have Mace Windu, and then we had.
That's it. That's and it. If you want to count Boba Fett, and if you count the Boba character,
you're not counting Boba Fett. You don't even know what Boba Fett is.
They're like.
They don't know what the fuck he is. Yeah.
Mediterranean. They're like what?
No, they're like Hawaiian. They're like
Hawaiian.
He's literally Hawaiian or Samoan or like that. He's like
character or like the character or the person playing him.
Well, the actor playing him. I don't know what the actual character is.
Yeah, but nigga, we never knew what Boba Fett looked like in the 80s.
We know what he look like now.
Now?
I'm saying that's the same shit. I'm just saying
everyone thought that was a white man in that suit. Like,
and then obviously he's not. But I'm just saying we could count the minority characters as like 4. We just named 4. Yeah. It's fucking 9 movies.
Listen to these 4
out of 9 movies
in a cast of what, like 20, 30 per movie, damn near.
Yes, that is wrong. That's 9 movies. And
they had an Asian pilot and gave her shit.
I mean, it's probably a little more than that. I mean, there's probably a few more because we're probably missing people. But the point stands.
They had that character doing dumb shit. I'm sorry. I think the Asian character got shit because they had her doing dumb shit.
They hate minorities and they hate
that
women.
Wasn't her fault either, but
yeah.
And that wasn't her fault either.
But they were
doing. They were saying mad shit.
Racist shit.
Again, look at that. Look at that. Look at that whole situation with her. She fucking had to like fall off the mat because niggas was fucking berating the shit out of her. So imagine John Boyega standing up loudly.
Yeah,
it's not this fake bullshit that some of these people do, like loudly, like
hopefully, because it was some people. It was even black people was talking about some what was it? Violence is not the answer. Shut the fuck up, nigga. I want to hear that.
Yeah. So I understand his concern of like, oh, this could affect my career in a negative path, but this is more important than fucking acting. This is real life shit. So I'm gonna be out here and I'm gonna do this shit and fuck y'all. So I can understand his concern, but thankfully I saw a lot of people saying I'll give you a job. I saw Ava DuVernay say I'll give you a job. I saw obviously Jordan Peele said that. I saw some Asian director. I don't think that applies.
I still don't think that applies.
And he said eat a dick.
Why does it not apply?
I feel like they're going off past like they're going off years past of what's happened to actors and actresses when they speak out. This has everyone speaking out. So I don't think he'll catch as much flack as they done back in the day where it was just a singular thing where it was like, oh, they're speaking out against, I will say this or something. The Me Too movement. I don't know when someone's speaking out on something, what they do, but I feel like this has gotten way too big for them to blackball somebody that's just standing up for just human rights.
Man, I just think he's like the first black celebrity that I've seen to get on a podium and speak that shit. Everybody else wasn't doing it. They were just posting. It's a difference between posting something and getting up and saying how you really feel. Like this motherfucker was on the front line saying that shit, and he was by himself for a minute. And now you got Michael B. Jordan coming up saying something, but he was by himself for a minute.
I mean, that's that fair. I mean, you got to stand for something, but I don't think this will have the effect that he thinks it'll have. But I don't know. I'm not in Hollywood. I don't know the ins and outs. I don't know shit.
You can't knock him for being concerned.
I don't knock him, but I'm just saying that I think he's not the. I don't know. I don't think this will have a negative effect on him. That to the extent he's thinking, where it's like I'll never work in Hollywood again because I spoke out on some shit that I care about. I don't think it'll be that.
It might not even be that. I hope not. It might be a never not working again, but it might be like I'm gonna lose opportunities. Clearly, for me.
Then cool.
But you can't knock over like, oh, I might lose opportunities for this, but I don't care about that because this is more important. Like, you don't lose the fact that he's like, even if I don't work again, this is more important than that.
I think it's the point that people get it now. I think when Colin Kaepernick did it, that the country wasn't really on board and they didn't really get it. But now that you see these mass protests and shit like that, I think the world gets it. Drew Brees.
I don't think a lot of people get it now. That's my point.
I think more people are getting it.
More people get it. Yeah.
More people are getting it now than when Colin Kaepernick took a knee like 4 years ago. I think more people get it now that we showed up in numbers and now we're not moving off this issue. Like I said in a tweet, like this nigga died on Memorial Day. It's felt like that shit has been months ago. Like it's literally like 2 weeks later.
2 weeks. Yeah.
Like dog, like this shit ain't going nowhere no time soon. So I'm hoping John Boyega gets like a day after this shit or something. That shit was amazing.
I mean, just think about it. Like you got fucking Anthony Mackie. This motherfucker is Captain America, and he didn't even get out and say nothing.
You don't like black people either.
I mean, we don't know that for a fact, but
I remember he said some shit about some people, like people with dreadlocks or some shit. Like it's like a disgusting something. He said something like wow.
Oh, did he really?
Fuck Anthony Mackie, nigga.
Well, I mean, respect. That's my Captain America.
Captain America.
That's your cabin.
Yeah, it is.
Not my cabin.
So your captain's a white nigga?
Yeah. Your captain's a white nigga? I fuck with Steve.
Me too.
He fuck with Steve.
Wait, which Steve?
Rogers.
Oh.
Don't talk to me like that. Let's see. Gaming news. Let's see. Dead Island 2 leaked gameplay. Did we see it?
I don't know.
I seen it. It's just playable.
I didn't know. I could have sworn it was Dead Island 2 was already
it didn't come out yet. I think you're talking about
Yeah,
the
they
side
had like
shit.
a second. Yeah, they did.
The side shit
I
you talking about.
confused that as 2. And I have forgot because that shit came out so long ago. I was like, damn,
Right.
they ain't come out with 2 yet.
I did like that game though.
But the game was fun.
I like that
man.
shit. When you get caught at night, you got a whole ass.
Yeah, that shit was fun.
Is it like Left 4 Dead?
Yeah. It's
That's
like
a different game.
It's like Skyrim. It's like Skyrim.
Okay.
That's what it's like, but with zombies.
That game is different. The one that you're just talking about? You're thinking of Dying Light. The game you're talking about is Dying Light.
Dead
Island is something different. Yeah.
But Dead Island like that too.
No, they're both zombies and you're both like one dead. Dying Light is the one where you can like parkour through shit more often. Like you can run up and do all the parkour shit. Dead Island is sort of, it's still zombie shit in fucking, I guess it's like Borderlands with zombies. I would call that more than anything.
Dead Island is, it is kind of like Dying Light.
Yeah, but Dying Light is the one you could park. Dying Light, they're both similar, but Dying Light you could like parkour through shit. Yeah, that's the one where you're running up through, and but that's when you have to make it inside before night time falls.
But I fuck with Dead Island, but I kind of like Dying Light better though, because the parkour shit.
Yeah, you can be like, oh shit, I'm jumping off shit, I'm flipping, I'm a nigga.
It depends if they have, because I know you can board up houses. Can you board up houses up there?
I'm pretty sure that's.
Because I'm pretty sure when I closed the door one time, you could see them banging on it.
I'm pretty sure that's Dying Light.
No, that's why it's too. Because you had to save. Because you had to save some people. I can't remember. They're so fucking similar.
They're
but I'm
very
pretty
similar.
sure that Dead Island is the one that was on a tropical island and shit.
Yes, they're in a hotel and shit went crazy, and there's like, I mean, Dead Island. It was on an island.
Yeah, it was motherfuckers in cabins and shit. You can close the door and the zombies be banging on it.
Yeah, probably. I can't remember. It's been a while since. Anyway, point being is I've enjoyed both those games. Yeah. I look forward to the second one of Dead Island. Yeah.
Fuck with
it. So let's see. Resident Evil 8 will be cross-gen.
Expect it. Depending on, I'm guessing it's going to be coming out probably within the next 2 years, I would assume, which is why they're doing that.
So this is coming out after the next gen consoles come out. You guess?
I would assume it's going to be in that. It's that floaty time in between consoles where we're still making games for the old one, but the new one is out. So it makes sense they would fucking make that on both.
Okay. Let's see. IGN gives Valorant a rating of a 9.
Like, I see IGN
about that game. It is pure garbage.
Yo, I see IGN as what's the thing that gives movies higher ratings than it should be? The site.
Well, like the fucking Rolling Stone and all the magazines and shit. Like 8.5 out of 10.
You know, it might be IGN. I'm thinking about it.
I mean, to be fair, like when you see that shit, that is just one person's opinion. The review is just that person who played the game. Like, that's how they feel. So it's like you don't agree with it, but that's like if that person had fun playing the game, they're gonna rate it higher. So reviews are just that person's opinion. It's not like a steadfast fact to be like, hey, this game is that. This is like, I had this experience.
Yeah, but how many reputable people are they putting on these games? Because when the community, have you ever seen like anything that they rate? It might be Rotten Tomatoes that they do this shit where they have like
that's the one, like
an official review, and then they have like the customer review, and it's like totally different.
Yeah.
Well, Rotten Tomatoes is an aggregate site.
Yeah, but
Rotten Tomatoes does to get their scores. They just take all the scores of so they'll take IGN score, they'll take GameSpot score, they'll take GameStop score, they'll take Target score, they'll take whatever. They take all the scores that they got and they put together. I'm just saying, aggregate. So they'll just take whatever everyone gives, and they'll make an average. They'll make an average number. So even that too, you gotta take with a grain of salt. So like, I understand, like, oh, I played the game, I thought it was trash, but it's like it's just somebody's opinion. It's just like that's why if you actually like listen to most people who review video games, they dislike putting scored numbers on reviews. They don't really like doing it because it's like most people, all they'll do is they'll hit the thing, scroll down to the number, and go off the number. What they really want to do is read the review. They want you to read why they gave the game the score. It's like, I liked the gameplay mechanics on this. This is really good. This is really bad. The graphics are bad. The story is shitty. Or they want you to actually read the article. Most people don't do that.
But if you ask most of them,
nobody really.
So So when you say a game is a 9, when you when you rate a game that high, you have to, I guess you're under the assumption that for the type of game that it is, it's damn near perfect. So it's like the mechanics, the storyline, the graphics, all this shit is amazing. There might be 1 or 2 hiccups, but that doesn't take away from the gameplay. We give it a 9.
Yeah, for that person who played the game.
Yeah, but most people don't read the articles, so it's like, are you dating people? Are you being paid to do this shit?
Yeah,
no, they don't get paid for that.
I feel like people are getting paid
They don't
to support Valorant. I'm dead ass serious because when I went on Twitch and I kept seeing people playing this shit, and I looked at it, I'm like, y'all playing this shit? Like, I'm playing this shit, really?
But you also got to look at the environment in which the game was reviewed. Maybe when they played it, they were playing against people who sucks. So maybe they was winning every match they played, and maybe they didn't run into technical hiccups that you were. Like I'm saying, that's my point is only like, I understand, yeah, like I played the game. Like if you like, oh, I played the game and I don't like it, it sucks. That doesn't mean just because they played the game and they enjoyed it, it means like they're like it's super crazy. Because how many games have you played that other people fucking hate but you love? Like it happens. Like so if you were the person to review that game, you'd probably give it a higher score than somebody who fucking hates the game. And it's just that particular person's perspective on that game. So that's why that's why when you're dealing with reviews and stuff, you gotta like read the review, take in what that person's saying, and you gotta see like, does this person align or not align with things that I like? If they like certain mechanics that you just hate, you're gonna not like that game regardless. If they hate shit that's some certain mechanics that you love, they're gonna score the game lower because they don't like that shit, but you don't mind it or it doesn't bother you. So you're not gonna drop the score on the game. It feels like your personal choice. So you gotta take some of that shit with a grain of salt. Like so when I do reviews, I like look at it, see what they say, and then look at the game and see like, is this a game that I actually just want to play, period? And if it is, regardless of what the score gets, I'll play it just because it's something I know I want to play. Because everything else I've seen about the game, I enjoy it, and I don't put a lot of weight on reviews because it's an opinion. It's all it is an opinion. It's not fact. It's not stated fact. There's no fact in it. It's just someone's opinion.
I'll kind of agree with that if this dude was an independent, but he's not. He's a part of IGN. So when he puts that shit review, whether good or bad, you're representing IGN. You're representing a company. So if you put that up there, it has a perception of this is what the company is rating it. But I see what you're saying.
To a certain extent, but I've also, because I frequent IGN for years, but I've also watched shows where like, okay, this particular person gave it this particular score, and I've heard them say like, I don't agree with that score. Like if I was the one who had reviewed it, I would have reviewed it lower. I would have reviewed it higher because whatever. So I know people like shit on IGN is because it is the biggest news media website that there exists in the world. So obviously they're gonna get the brunt of the hate. But like, do I think they're getting paid for their reviews? No. They're very upfront about how the stuff that works, how that stuff works. Again, I'm not in the industry. Maybe I'm just being naive to the fact, but I don't believe that they're actually really being paid for that kind of stuff because it's because there's big name games that people would think whatever, and they've given shitty scores to. So who paid them then? Like it's convenient to say they're getting paid because that's your opinion on it. But
I mean, in the payola aspect, I think a lot of times what happens is like they'll finish a game, they'll know it's shit. And then what they'll do is just like they'll either, I mean, they can say all they want that they don't get paid, but I know there's some type of transaction that's going on, whether it be financial or otherwise. There's something that says, hey, because I don't get how the community hates this game so much, but then this one person just found the good in it. Like, what is the community not seeing of like more than 1 million so players? Well, whoever's on Twitch playing this shit, what did they see in this shit that this other dude didn't, or vice versa?
Well, what about the 3 million people who played it and liked it? Like, that's with anything. You can find people that detract it. You can find people who love it.
Well, IGN needs that Rotten Tomato thing where it was like, hey, this is IGN score. This is the public score.
I mean, that's fair. You could do that. And I think they used to actually have that out there. I don't know.
It's just one of those things. It's just one of those things. If you're giving this
game to sell, so
you're giving this game a 9, damn near a 10. But if you give something like Call of Duty an 8, like you have to justify that shit. You have to like, how the fuck does this get that score, but this doesn't?
I mean, did you read the review? Maybe he stated why. Like, if you read the review, maybe he'll explain his reasoning.
I mean, do the video reviews on IGN more so sum up what was written in the article? To
a certain extent, but I mean, it's not the same as actually reading the whole review because obviously it's a 3-minute, 4-minute video, so they're obviously not. They don't read the whole review.
They don't read.
They hit the bullet points like this is whatever. This is the good, the bad, the ugly, whatever. And they surmise like
I don't know. I'll try it out, man. I'm not opposed.
And again, I never played the game, and I'm sure it probably might actually really be garbage. My only point is like, just because the person liked the game doesn't mean like IGN is like a corrupt, brought out entity.
That, but
it just means that person didn't like the game and more than other people like the game.
Yeah, but at this point with all the negativity, it just seems like it's invalid now because if the community rates it like a 5 or a 6 and you just come out of nowhere with this 9, it's just like something don't seem right. But it could be to your point where it's like, hey, this person likes certain things that the public didn't, and vice versa. It could be that. And it's just one person.
Yeah, take Mortal Kombat. I hate Mortal Kombat. If I had to review Mortal Kombat, I'd fucking give it like a 3. You guys like Mortal Kombat. If you were the ones to review Mortal Kombat, you'd probably give it like an 8.
But that's different. You don't like the genre of fighting games.
Yeah,
that's different.
Yeah,
okay. But if I was the one to review it, I would definitely give it a shitty score because I don't enjoy that. But you'd give it a better score because you like it more. That's all it is. Preference. This could be stuff in that game.
But don't you have to go into every review with the
being objective
opinion?
Well,
hey, the people that like this would like this.
Yeah, well, that's why they have more than one reviewer, and they have people who are like, okay, this is your forte, so maybe you'll play this.
They need a fucking podcast. That's what they need. They need some shit.
Podcasts.
They
have a PlayStation podcast. They have an Xbox podcast.
They have an IGN podcast.
They have an IGN. They have a Game Scoop, which is a general game news podcast. They have all that stuff. If you look for the information, it's out there. They have that.
They talk about this. This shit is ridiculous. Like fucking 9 niggas. Like
this shit ridiculous.
This shit fucking ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. 9.
No. I'm just going on based off what I seen on Twitch, what I seen on everything, because it was a conspiracy going on. Like it was. And
again, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you because I think I've seen people talk about the game elsewhere, like on Twitch and shit, Twitter and stuff, where the handful of people I've seen probably didn't quite enjoy the game. My only thing is just because this person liked the game doesn't mean necessarily, because I don't work there, right? I don't know. I don't have factual proof that they're not like corrupt or brought out, but I don't believe that they are.
It's like ever since the Apex shit came out, that Ninja was getting paid to play that shit. I'm like, I don't put it past nobody. I don't put it past nobody no more.
But that's different. He doesn't review games.
It don't matter. He's playing it. But that's
different.
Promoting.
Yeah, but that's not the same as reviewing the game at a news media site.
The score is promoting the game. It's saying, hey, this game is worth your time, worth playing. Go buy it.
But that's not the same as working at a news media site where your job is to speak about the news of video games and review them objectively versus I just get paid to play video games. So give me money and I'll play your video game.
I mean, there's different types of promotion though.
Yeah.
I'm aware, but I'm saying there's a difference between I get paid to just play video games versus I get paid to review, and my opinion needs to be as not brought out as possible. Like there is a difference between that.
It's all inclusive though. It's all inclusive. That's like me with the man.
Not the same.
Yeah, that's like I understand what Hesh is saying, but that's like me with the Manscaped shit. Honestly, I feel like now I'm starting to see a lot of people promoting this shit, and the way they're promoting it is not the way I'm doing it. So they seem disingenuous because they're talking about some 3.0 lawnmower. If you do that, like they sound like a fucking commercial. But me, I'm just like, hey, I'll shave my balls. Like, buy that shit. That's all I'm saying.
And again, and I don't disagree with you. I'm just saying that I think it's unfair to necessarily condemn. I don't want to like just be like, oh no, IGN is fucking shitty and they fucking just because someone liked the game.
Yeah.
Again, I don't work there. I don't know their practices. The handful of like the small amount of information I have from my years of frequenting the site and listening to them talk about stuff, because I've been frequenting IGN for years. I watched a lot of their podcasts and listen to a lot of podcasts, watch a lot of their shows, and most of the people who do reviews on their state for the fact that they don't like doing scored reviews, but it's what people want, so it's what they do. They prefer you to actually read so that you see the reasoning behind why they give games the scores they give them. Because most people will just go to review and like, oh, it's a 3, I'm not playing it. But like, it might be a 3 because when I got the game, the servers were shut down. And every time I played, the game crashed 45 million fucking times, so I couldn't play. So I'm giving this game a 3. Versus you get it, they fucking put a patch out, and now you're not having those problems. Like all those things are contributing factors. I don't want to just shit on IGN per se, just because
I love IGN.
You disagree.
IGN is my go-to.
Mine too. So I'm just saying, the game probably sucks. It probably does suck. Everything I heard sucked, but just because that person liked the game doesn't mean IGN fucking sucks.
Right.
The reviews suck.
Yeah.
Well, so what you should do is you should look at the review, look who reviewed the game, look at other games they reviewed, and see if you align with them. And if you don't, next time there's a review out, see if it's written by the same person. Be like, okay, I know that their opinions don't align with mine, so I'm not gonna read the review on this game because they're gonna probably give it some score that I wouldn't agree with.
It's kind of like when I was talking about with our shit, right? Like, let's say we get big enough to the point where we have people writing reviews. If I see something stupid, I'm like, man, you ain't putting that shit out. Like, you don't believe that. Like, where you get that from?
Well, but just because you don't believe that, they might believe that. That's what I'm saying. Just because you have a differing opinion doesn't mean that person doesn't have that opinion.
I guess I do understand where Hesh is coming from, because it's like when people write reviews on us on Apple and shit, you know, people could, you know, read the reviews and be like, oh, you know, this show sounds cool, but when they listen to it, like, what the fuck is this shit?
Exactly that.
Exactly that shit, man. I don't like this shit. And then, like, you know, it could be the vice versa. Like, somebody might listen to it, but like, oh, you know, this show is pretty cool, but then might read a review like, oh, this nigga cuss too much.
Exactly.
And this motherfucker voice too deep. And he don't comb his beard.
Exactly. I actually did not comb my beard today. Exactly.
I cannot. When I tell you, I can't wait to get a haircut, my nigga.
I was just questioning somebody, is the barbershops open? But part of me is like, yo, I'm about to ride this wave out. I'm gonna see what I can do. I'm trying to get that body.
Well, at least where I'm at.
Yo, when I tell you I tried to get a haircut on my last day off, my barber was like, yo, I ain't got no appointments. Come next week.
Booked.
What you want me to do, dog?
Cut it yourself.
I did. I was like, you know what? I was like, okay, it'll do. Just going to work.
Yeah, booked and busy, nigga. Now I'm gonna try to get my Bobby on.
Yeah. Get some fucking order some oils and shit from Amazon. I got some oils from what's that? Beard balm?
Beard balm, nigga. You gotta balm it down.
Yeah, you gotta wash, you gotta conditioner it, and then put the beard balm and shit. Oh, you got the black oil?
Tea trees, the tea trees and whatnot.
I see you. That nigga Hesh try to get some hoes for this. That nigga was preparing for blur kind. That's what he was doing.
Right. Man.
Smooth. Let's see. Pokemon gets a Looney Tunes style makeover. This is actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
I watched it and I was like, I wasn't disappointed by it. It's nowhere near. It's like Looney Tunes but Pokemon. Yeah, it's like it's drawn in that style, and it's got the
like Cuphead.
Yeah, something like that. It's like not Pokemon-esque. It's just like, you know, what they do in Looney Tunes. It's just drawn it's just drawn with Pokemon characters.
Word.
So the one they got out now is a Scraggy and a Mimikyu. And, you know, it's just like this little fun adventure. Like, oh, I follow this trail of food, and then, you know, he finds the Mimikyu, and then the Mimikyu fucks with him, and then it's like, you know, it's over. It's like 4 minutes long.
Yeah.
It's not even nothing crazy, but it's cool to see. Like, if they do more shit like that, I think that might entice kids more.
Word.
So it's not, you know, something to check out. Also, Pokemon Company donates $100K to the NAACP and the Black Lives Matter movement.
AP.
Yep.
Shout out to them. But so if y'all care so much about black people, put some more hairstyles.
I can't remember about black people. Put more black people in your fucking game.
Yeah, put more black people. No, they got enough black.
They got
people.
one.
No, they don't.
They have Nessa in the most recent one.
She's way more than that.
I guess not. I guess Lance is kind of dark skinned.
No, they have had darker skinned trainers and black trainers throughout the whole series. Let's not do that. Brock was black.
Well, he was a nigga, Jace.
Brock was black.
He's dark.
Autumn Spikes, them was naps.
No, he's Dominican.
He's Dominican.
Dominican China.
I know black.
Yeah.
Nah, but they've had like black trainers, but I'm not gonna say that it's not a plethora of them, but you know, you can probably count them on two hands.
Let's make the Africa region.
I mean,
yeah, you should.
To be fair,
do I want that?
I know, because it opens a lot.
Right? Do I really want that? Do I really want that?
But to be fair, they actually do. Every time they make a new game, they do go to different regions. Like the most recent one was like UK-ish based. So they could do like an African-based continent type of thing, but I don't know how well that would actually work out.
Jinx is gonna
Bobby
be
over there
mainstay.
storming with some shit in his head that he want to say but don't want to say.
Because
I
I just don't want him to
say Jinx.
Yeah, I don't want Jinx to be a mainstay.
I mean, no,
Why not?
yo,
Jinx be lit.
so
Come out with some dreads.
So what happened with Jinx was they got backlash from it, right? So they
made her purple.
Yeah, they made her purple.
Yeah, like that. Is it any better? Yeah, I've seen some purple.
Yeah, because it was literally blackface.
I've seen some purple Africans. Not to be funny, I've seen some Africans that are so dark they look purple.
They look purple.
Yeah,
we're not doing this. We're not doing this right now.
I'm dead serious. I'm not playing. He looked like the dude from above the. What was it? What was the basketball movie with Kevin Bacon in it?
Above the it wasn't above the rim. It was
what was it?
So, I know what you're talking about too.
Damn, I can't think about
that
it.
Nigga went to Africa and scouted that basketball player.
Yeah.
Tremors?
What? Tremors? No.
Yo, Hesh, fuck up, man.
Footloose?
Footloose? What? No.
Operation Double Drop?
No.
The Air Up There.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I forgot about that. He's like a coach, right? And that's
I used to love that
ass black
movie, yo.
I forgot about that movie.
That was the one we were playing. We were playing basketball in Africa. He was talking mad shit. And he was like, I'm about to cross you over now. Just dunked on him. That shit was lit.
Footloose.
Footloose. Get loose. Footloose. Put on your Sunday shoes.
Oh, man. And last but not least, let's talk about these companies, right?
Yeah.
So these companies lending their support to the Black Lives Matter movement. So now all companies seem to have put out some type of statement where they support Black Lives Matter, they support Black people, they support African Americans, yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. And it seems disingenuous at this point. It seems like we are just another marketing tool at this point, where it's like, oh, to show our solidarity with, what happened with George Floyd, what happened to Black people all across America. What we're going to do is we're going to put out this statement. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And it just seems like I feel like all companies had to do this, because if they didn't, we would start to either boycott or be like, yo, why y'all ain't say shit yet? We would just antagonize them. But it's just too much. It's too much.
Yeah.
Especially,
I was trying to be. Yeah, go ahead.
Just especially with these companies that don't have a lot of Black representation behind the scenes, whereas like in their boardrooms, in their staffers, they just don't have a lot of people of color. But for you to put out this statement after you see 10 other companies do it, and then you see the backlash when people don't put out statements, then you want to do it. But where's the Black representation the other 364 days of the year? Like, what happens during Black History Month? Y'all put out a couple excerpts, y'all hire some Black people, and then once fucking March hit, they all gone, and then it's like, oh, back to this 98% white building with 2 Black people sprinkled in to tell them what's cool and what's not, how we talk, we don't say this. It's just like, it seems like bullshit at this point.
Yeah, that's that's my issue. Like I was trying not to be super negative about it to a certain extent, because of like the messaging, I guess, the idea behind it.
At least we're getting a look.
Yeah, we're getting a look. But it is like, okay, so you care about Black people, but you don't have any Black people in any major important parts of your company. Like the board there's no Black people. All the people who make decisions for your company, there's no Black people, but you support Black people. And the thing that has been sort of like I got stuck in my craw and that's been bothering me all week is like we're talking about like all these, because like the channels that I watch, like game channels or like all that stuff, like Rooster Teeth and IGN and Inside Gaming and all that kind of shit, fucking existed for years. And now all of a sudden this week they want to put, we're gonna have Black people on every episode this week, and we're gonna have fucking Black people. Like, and to me it's like, okay, that's cool, like you're showing a light, but it's like, why the fuck didn't you give a fuck about having Black people on your show before this? Why did it take this for you to want to put Black people on the show? And then fucking Rooster Teeth thing was super, super egregious to me, because they don't really have any on-air Black talent. They had Mika Burton on. She left the company like 4 years ago. And I saw on Twitter now everybody gives a fuck. Now everybody cares. So some of the employees were like, "Oh, I'm doing all this and this," and then some random person was like, "Oh, what about happened when fucking Mika was there and she was telling y'all how fucking the whole community is dumbass racist and fucking making her feel bad and fucking shitting on do shit." It's like, "Oh, we should have spoke up." And she made a statement. It's like, "Listen, the community was bad, but I'll be honest with you, the only reason why I left Rooster Teeth was because of Rooster Teeth, because they didn't stand up for it, they didn't speak for it, they didn't do this shit." And then now this week that everybody's reaching out to her and like, "Oh, we feel bad, we should have did it." And it's like I don't want to be mad because I don't suspect these people being bad people or like they're actually racist. They just didn't maybe know any better. But it's like, why did it take now? All that shit bothers me. It's like, oh, it took the fucking world to be on fire for y'all to actually give a fuck. So it's a combination of that, and then it's like, so what are you gonna do going forward? Are you gonna have more black on-air talent? Are you gonna hire black people for some of these major positions? What are you gonna do? And then the inverse of that is, I don't want people just giving black people jobs just for the sake because they're black. That's the inverse of it. Like, I don't want people just doing shit just because it's a look now.
Nah, we're old.
To a certain extent,
we need some jobs because we're black. We need affirmative action in place. So I'm not saying overwhelmingly, but like the person that deserves the job should get it.
That's no what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
at least consider some black people when you want to give some people those jobs, because as far as on-air talent, when it comes to like IGN, Rooster Teeth, GameSpot, it's a bunch of other ones, but you don't see it's very sparingly. Where it's like, and then when they hire black people, it's the safe black person.
Yeah,
that's the thing that bothers me too. It's always the safe black person. It's the racially ambiguous black person. It's he's not gonna say nothing too wild. It's always just like, he's one of us. He's a safe Negro.
For lack of a better term, he's the white black guy.
Yeah.
For lack of a better term, he's the white black guy, which I do take sort of qualms with that term, but I understand what you're saying. It's like we're not a monolith. We come in different shapes, colors, and sizes, and everything. Right. The ones it seems to only be the ones who seem, like you said, safer, are the ones who will get the jobs. There's very less.
They don't seem dangerous.
Like, you're not gonna see Tax Stone at fucking IGN if Tax Stone's in the video games. Like, if he's in, like, you wouldn't see a nigga like that on IGN. You wouldn't see a nigga like that at Rooster Teeth if he fucking was into whatever type of shit they did.
But I would like to see like a Jesus and Mero type at IGN
or something. Yes,
like you can tell they didn't grow up in the best of circumstances, but they still are intelligent people of color that are in the video games. So like, why not have them on there, add some extra flavor, just add some type of personality and just add some color to the shit.
And to Hesh's point, you don't want to have that affirmative actions in place and you end up getting somebody who don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Fair.
Like a black female who just not into the shit like that. And to your point, it's gonna be like, what the fuck? I'm just saying, like, it came up.
Always just saying it's always wrong.
I know. Just because she's black and just because she's a female doesn't mean she don't know what she's doing.
Yeah. No. What are you talking about? I'm not saying that because
that's not what you. Okay,
we just had Jaxlo. What you talking about? I'm just saying.
No. I'm gonna say. Let me walk that back. I'm gonna say that might not have been what you meant.
Y'all be making.
I'm going off how it came off.
Yeah,
how it came off.
That's what we're saying. We know
how it came off.
How many times that came up though? Like, we just talked. How many times that came up though? We just talking about Jax to that.
No,
to be fair,
I talk about that all the time when I'm talking about these bitches on Twitch don't be doing shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're gonna have somebody like that just because they have a following. It don't matter who they is. They could be a female or or a dude, and just because they have a certain following.
See, you can't do that.
See what you did there?
because all right, let's be real. Let's be real. For real. Let's be real. Like, let's cut the bullshit. When it comes to probabilities, you're more likely to find a girl that don't know what the fuck she's talking about when it comes to this. And it's not the female's fault. It's not the female's fault. It's really not their fault. It's up to the females to point them motherfuckers out. Sometimes they don't. They just let it ride. I've yet to see a female say, "Yo, this bitch just up here with clothes on. That's why she's popping. She don't know what the fuck she's talking about." Yet to seen it yet.
No, but that's what companies do. They look for, I guess, the pretty face that she doesn't necessarily have to know the most about the video games, but when we see it as the public, we call it out like, yo, this bitch don't know nothing about nothing. But when we actually get a woman in there that knows what she's talking about, that we know is in a video game, when she says certain verbiage or she acts a certain way, or we see something on social media, we know that she about it. But it's just like, we know who ain't about it and who not. Men, women, all that.
Yeah, to be fair, I mean,
white,
that's Twitch.
black, Asian, whoever.
Well, if we're talking Twitch, because Twitch is like a viewer thing where, okay, she looks good, so I'm gonna click on that. But for the most publications that I like, the handful of stuff that I go to where I've seen the women that they do have on the shows are knowledgeable about the things that they're talking about. So I can't say that. But again, like Twitch is a different beast, because that's just Twitch, like you make it on your own
thing. I'm talking about, but when they usually hire people at these gaming companies or like these,
most of them are knowledgeable.
Yeah, most of them know what the fuck they're talking about. They just happen to, like I said with Jax, it was like I don't believe a lot of women are into the shit that they're into because of the aesthetic, how they look. But that's a stereotype.
So you have to be ugly to like video games? That's
no, but I'm just saying, all just off of the aesthetic, just women that I have seen that I run into aren't into the geeky shit. But when you do run into one, it's like, oh shit, there's one. But then that's something that has to be slowly broken down. Like I said, I haven't always been the person that I am. So
yeah, you gotta work on your prejudices.
I'm just saying it happens. I'm just saying, like, until we learn better, we just repeat the same shit. So now, as a 33-year-old man, I'm seeing more and more and more of women that are into the geek shit. When you go to BlurryCon, you see a lot of beautiful women. You wouldn't think that the internet geeky shit. So now, my opinion on it is like, oh, you can be beautiful and you can be into this nerd shit.
Facts.
I'm just saying I haven't always had that opinion.
Yeah. But yeah, shout out to these companies trying their best.
These companies for trying.
I wish so my only thing is, what are you doing going forward?
They're gonna do this for a couple of months. It's gonna look cool. Nothing's gonna change unless we keep making it a thing.
Yeah, because like it's that Rooster Teeth.
Unless we make it a thing, because right now it doesn't actually seem like a thing. Like I haven't seen anyone really call them out on like a grand scale. Like, hey, y'all only doing this shit because it's popular right now, not because y'all want to.
So, yeah, I haven't really seen a lot of that either. Actually calling out, and I've made a few comments here and there on places, but I'm trying not to be super critical.
So maybe we should do it then.
What?
Call them out? I mean, we call them out, but who's we?
Oh,
I'll say it right now.
Call of Duty.
But like,
no, we can do it. We could do it on a podcast. We could do it on social
media. I'm doing it right now. Fucking, I think this is kind of garbage. Like I said,
start calling them out.
I watched the Rooster Teeth shit. I watched the Achievement Hunter fucking video where they had fucking their one black female on there, and she was saying some real shit. But I also was like, this shit feels kind of cringy. It feels like they're fucking placating the masses at the moment. And again, I don't think that people are bad people. I don't think they're actually racist people. I don't think any of that. I think they just were just misunderstood, and it feels more like they're just doing the thing that they have to do. No, I want to see going forward what it is.
Because I mean, the overwhelming majority of gamers or people that would read that content are white, and they want to see something like them, so they have to protect their interests. They don't want to see a bunch of black people or like Spanish people up there.
Well,
in my head, that's what it comes to. They don't want to see color, because even when you try to make like a color person like the main character of a game, or like a woman the main character of a game, people have a fucking fit, and it usually is from all white men, and it's just like, what is the problem? It's a video game. Like, wasn't there a big debacle on one of the Assassin's Creeds where they made
he was Native American?
Yeah, like some shit like that, and there was like a big fucking fuss about that shit.
Yeah.
So it's like when the overwhelming majority of the people that take in your content are of a certain race or certain creed, they more than likely want to keep seeing that. So you wouldn't. You would placate more to them than you would to the minority.
But here's my thing. Fucking black gamers exist. We want to see people that look like us.
It's all about money at the end of the day too. So
we spend money on these games. We black people will have. We spend more money than all other fucking races. Like, they know that. They know, but the thing is, they know that we'll spend our money on all their shit.
Care.
But we don't.
Okay, I get
it. They don't. It's not that they don't care. It's that they know that they don't have to do anything, and they'll still get our money. Because we know that black people are the highest consumers of fucking outside shit. We know that. It's been stated all over the board. I see that shit all the time. We
gotta start calling them out.
Shit, but they don't have to do anything to get our money. They could do what they want to do, and they'll still get our money. But little black kids want to see fucking black people in video games because we want to be the hero too. Like representation matters for us. So why the fuck?
We've proven that time when it comes. Okay, so baby steps. So we've proven that when it comes to cinema, when Black Panther came out, that became one of the highest grossing movies ever. People went to go see that shit so many times, and then you got little white kids wanting to be Black Panther for Halloween and shit like that. And you got these little black kids being inspired, like, hey, I see somebody that looks like me or looks like my brother or my dad up on that screen. Now I feel empowered. I feel good about myself. Now I know there's some representation. Nigga, back in our day, that was far and few between. How many black superheroes did you see? One, on TV, two, none. Like, and they weren't good movies. Like Steel. We had Steel. I'm just saying, like, we need more representation across the board. And if y'all gonna put out these statements and these comments, have that be a year-round thing. Don't make it just for a moment. So we gotta start calling out these companies. We gotta start getting their ass and putting tweets out there and just seeing what happens. Start trying to start a discussion with other, like, I guess, well-known black people that are in the field or other colored people. I want to have Danny back on to talk to her about this shit because she gets a lot of opportunities on like anime sites and shit like that. And she's a person of color. Yep. So, and then her co-host on the podcast, he be doing a lot of shit too. But I want to see how, like, have they seen, I guess, a jump or like a spike in this shit recently? But we'll get to that point. We'll talk to him.
I feel like Infinity War is
Infinity War.
Yeah, Call of Duty.
Oh, because they're doing that, get rid of now they're banning racist names. Yeah, that's the shit I'm talking about. Now they want to crack down. Fucking horrendous. And then now that George Floyd, and now we're gonna crack down on all the racist shit in our games.
And they was taking out people screen names and shit.
All that shit. Like what the fuck changed? What changed?
We have to start calling them out on a grand scale. Because
that shit was
this is bullshit.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
It should have been like this from jump.
But now it's cool to like, be pro black people, so to support them. So now we gotta do it. What the fuck happened before when I was getting called a nigga fucking just because I was playing a game?
Because we wasn't making enough noise or little to no noise.
Nobody's making no. I know for a fact people complain about that. Saying that was a known. It was a known fact thing. That going into fucking a Call of Duty game chat is gonna be met with racism and wild like bigotry and all the and homophobia and all that kind of shit. That's a known fact.
But apparently,
a joke, but they didn't give a fuck until after George Floyd died. Now,
but apparently, what you heard, But apparently, what you heard and what you saw wasn't enough. It wasn't until
that's a known thing.
No, listen. They don't give a fuck until everybody gives a fuck. We know this. So when you see it does. So when you see the Black Lives Matters movement, when you see the untimely death of George Floyd. And all this shit happens across the nation. And then in some parts of the world where you got 18 countries protesting, that's a loud enough statement to be like, all right, some shit has to change before, people start nitpicking that shit. And then if we would have nitpicked at this earlier and got at this earlier and made a loud enough statement about it, we might have seen some change. But it wasn't until this shit happened and they cracking down on all Black matters now. And now we're starting to see some change. It sucks that it didn't happen before, but at least it's changing now.
You shouldn't have to wait till the world is on fire.
We should. That's why I said we can't let up on these companies. Y'all need more Black representation. We need to start getting that on their ass now. If we can't do anything with, I guess, boycotting their media and whatever they put out, start putting out shit on social media. Start calling these niggas out. That's all we can do. Social media has done more for anything than we could just talking or fucking writing letters. So if we start putting out tweets and mention them on social media and being angry, guarantee some shit will change. It won't be overnight, but some shit will change.
I want to be angry. It's better.
I mean, hey man, I don't know.
Yeah, this shit sucks, but it is what it is.
It does, man. But anything else, man?
Nah,
anything else happened in the past like 2 hours or so?
I think the only thing, the UK, they could start filming Batman again. That's about it.
Oh, they're gonna start doing it.
Yeah,
outside is opening back up, so everybody feels safe. We're going back out now. So
be safe, social distance.
I'm with it, and don't go eating or licking random box and shit because Corona's still out there. Please know somebody for more than 3 weeks. It'll be okay. Don't stop eating a strange box and sucking strange wild dick. Just don't do it. I'm just saying. So that's it for
Yeah,
topic.
once these bars open up, nigga.
I mean, it's liable to see some drunk shit coming on. You're gonna catch AIDS and Corona. You don't want that.
I mean, one of them got a cure.
Which one?
Hopefully AIDS.
Like, which one got a cure? Then you just gradually get better from fucking Corona. AIDS is just you.
That's a cure.
What?
I'd rather have Corona than AIDS, nigga. You all in.
Definitely. I mean,
what's that? What's that evil on me, Ricky Bobby?
You're right. I'm sorry, but picks, man. What we got?
Mama, I Made It by Molly from
Yvonne Orji.
Mama Made It.
Yeah, Yvonne Orji. Yeah,
that's Orji.
Yeah,
yes,
Orji?
That's her last name.
Her last name is Orji.
Yvonne Orji.
Orji.
Yeah, she went to Africa.
Africa.
Yeah, I think she's. I don't think she's from Nigeria. I think she's Nigerian though.
I think she was born here.
She was born there?
I think so. I'm quoting.
Okay.
I don't know her life like that.
Whatever.
But no, it was pretty good. It's pretty fun.
Okay. Was it better than Amanda Seals?
Yeah.
Oh, we got Compton. Right. We got Comp.
Ain't no Comp. That's a wash right there.
Oh, she washed her?
It should be.
Oh shit.
I gotta look at it.
Damn, Amanda.
I seen it up there.
Yeah. Is it? It's on HBO.
HBO.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Baba Love, what you got, man?
I've been playing DC Universe Online again, and yeah, they switch so much shit up there. Like every time I come back, it's like a different game. Like the stat points is okay. Now Samuel Jackson. I don't think it came up though, but yeah, it's a completely different game.
I tied up somewhere.
Nah.
Bobby out here murdering. Get the Daredevil fucking do rag off. He about murdering niggas.
Shut up! I'm almost done.
But yeah, it's a completely different game now. They even when did this shit come out? I think this shit came out in like 2011. They done changed the model of Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Constantine, Lex Luthor. Like they just changed the face. Before it looked generic, but now it kind of got detail to it. It looked more cartoonish.
Is that shit crossplay yet?
Nah, it should be. That's the thing. That's what's fucking it up. It should be at this point, but it's not. That's what kind of pissing me off. But yeah, I was playing it. It took me a minute to get back into it. It took me like a day. I was like, all right, I get it, because they switched everything so fucking much. Now I don't know if y'all played it before, but now it was like you gotta. When it first started, you had to pick certain weapons for your class. So if you're like a tank or something like that, you pick like a brawler or something. But now it's not like that. Now they just want everybody to be free form with it. So they took the stats off the weapons and just leave it there, and then you have just skill points that you adapt to it on the bottom, like a steel tree. I'm like, all right, that makes sense. Yeah, I still fuck with it.
The nigga said, "Fuck the fantasy star," and went straight back to the
Now I wanted to play that, but he don't play it, so I was like, "Fuck it, I'll hop back on that."
I mean, if DC Universe is free, I'll get on it.
Yeah, it's still free.
Oh yeah, I'll fuck with it then. You know, see what I can do. See if I can remember how I made my old guy and make him again on Xbox. See if I can do that.
On PlayStation.
Huh?
On PlayStation.
I mean, on PlayStation, but you know,
It's on Xbox too. It's on Xbox.
Yeah, but you say you had a PlayStation 3 guy, right?
Yeah, I had a PlayStation 3 guy, but I can't transfer him over to the Xbox One guy.
No, I'm talking. But you got a PlayStation though, right?
Yeah, I got a PlayStation. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out did my shit.
I probably could just do that, but I play my Xbox more than. I mean, I don't know. I'll figure it out.
I don't know. I think my shit switched over.
We'll see. And my pick is I watched Just Mercy, that Michael B. Jordan movie with Jamie Foxx.
Oh, it was free this weekend.
Yeah, it was free because of the whole Black Lives Matter shit. It was free. And it was pretty good. I liked it. You know, it was it's fucking
Michael B. Jordan movie. Oh shit! Look at this.
Yo, I do not hate Michael B. Jordan, even though that's the narrative that's been painted. I do not hate Michael B. Jordan.
That's the narrative you expressed.
Cool. But I do have a hiccup with that movie because the real life actor Michael B. Jordan looked nothing alike. So
like
I
see. Look at you.
Yeah.
Cool. I mean, I see what they tried to do. They tried to make it sexy.
Name mad movies where niggas playing a real nigga don't look like the real nigga. Like, but when Mike
I know, and I always had a problem with that. Like,
okay,
get somebody that looks close to, shit. Jamie Foxx didn't look like the prisoner either. I was like, the fuck is this shit?
Okay, all right, cool.
But I mean, Jamie Foxx has range. He can do whatever. But it's cool. I like Brie Larson's forehead is big as shit, yo.
What?
Brie Larson's forehead is big.
I told you she got a.
So what?
Told you got a man head.
No, that shit look like. That shit
told
crazy.
you.
Like the mask, crazy. Like shit.
Y'all picking her up.
I want to know what she be thinking.
I picking that big forehead of a devil.
It's free on. I think it's free on Amazon. I think
Amazon.
Something else, but
Apple
I don't know.
I think it's a few on a few things. I think it's just free.
Yeah, I think as long as they protesting, it's gonna be free. So you like a little bit of time to watch it.
So, take a look at systemic racism.
Yeah, come on.
Protesting is free,
and it was fucked up. Like this shit happened in like the 80s. Like, it wasn't even that long. Like, when I first heard about the movie, I thought some shit that happened in like the 50s or 40s.
Oh,
shit happened in the 80s.
They made it seem like it happened so long ago
because it keep happening.
Jamie Foxx character was looking like Wario or some shit. He was
but it's Alabama in the 80s.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Alabama is still like 1940. No matter what year it is, it's like you gotta subtract like 60 when you talk about Alabama. So right now in Alabama, it's 2000.
It's not even that progressive yet. It's like 92.
How is that not offensive?
It's like 89 right now in Alabama. So we almost towards where people can drink from the water fountains and shit and go out of public.
We can't go to Alabama now.
Alabama ain't racist.
I was trying to go to Alabama to begin with, nigga.
For real, nigga.
I'll go to Alabama.
I see Alabama on fire. Niggas ain't lynching. No, Mississippi on fire. Anyway.
Nah, but it was a good movie though. I liked it, and like I said, it was fucked up that it was a true story. And hopefully it does shed some light. And I can see why it didn't do well in the theaters, but now it's gonna do good because it's like it's of the times.
Honestly, I wouldn't even watch that movie in movie theater. I just can't watch movies like that. It get me mad.
It's depressing as fuck at like some points, but then it has its high points where you get justice and shit. So I don't know. Watch it at your own discretion.
Yeah, be sad at your own discretion.
Yeah, man. Yeah, my girl gonna kick my ass. But so no, we good. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. So we done? We good?
Yeah.
All right. So Ninja Vanish. We out of here.